recorded, and then Rebecca, if you'd like to start the recording. Right, and we'll call the meeting to order. This is the meeting of the Accounts Review Panel for fiscal year 22 accounts. We'll start with introduction of the panel members. I'm Frank Breslin, Revenue Commissioner.
I'm Frances Beckley, Chief Counsel to the Revenue Department and the designee for the Law Department in this meeting.
Controller's Office.
Hi, my name is Christy Brady. I'm Deputy Controller of the City Controller's Office.
City Council.
I'm Robert McDermott, Chief Financial Officer for City Council.
And Finance.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Josephine Aravalo, Chief Accounting Officer.
Thank you. Thank you to the panel members. Also, thank you to the revenue accounting staff for assembling the city charge-off report, and thanks to all departments who cooperated and supplied information contained in the report. And also good morning and thank you to everyone attending and for those that are here to answer any questions that might arise. Reminder, only panel members should participate when a request for vote is called. And the first order of business is the nomination of a panel chair.
I nominate Frank Breslin to serve as chair.
Okay, I accept the nomination. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any against? And anyone? All right. I accept the role as panel chair. Thank you. Next order of business is nomination of a recording secretary. I nominate Frances Beckley. Right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I accept the role of recording secretary.
Thank you, Frances. All right. Everyone should have received the charge-off report. We're going to go through that and it'll be shared on the screen. Accompanied with that was a letter explaining the role of the panel, but for the meeting, I'm going to read that so that any that may not have received the report have that. There it is in front of you. The attached annual accounts review panel agenda and supporting statements reflect receivables that are recommended for charge-off. This recommendation is made in accordance with the principles set forth in statement number 1 by the National Council of Government Accounting, as adopted by the Governmental Accounting Standards Board. It is emphasized that this charge-off is for financial statement presentation purposes, and the proposal does not cancel taxpayer liabilities nor delete liens recorded with the court. Moreover, the charge-off has no immediate impact on enforcement measures to recover delinquent taxes. The purpose of the annual charge-off is to ensure that both the city and school district receivables reflect their net realizable values. Consistent with our established practice, the self-assessed tax receivables are exclusively comprised of arrearages that extend beyond the statute of limitations. The enforcement procedures covering those taxes will remain in force, notwithstanding the reduction of receivable balances for financial statement presentation purposes. The agency receivable facet of the charge-off consists of licensing and inspection charges and miscellaneous balances from other departments that are deemed uncollectible. All accounts charged off because of this recommendation are subject to reversal and reinstatement if circumstances make them collectible. The process for approving the charge-offs will be First Deputy Kathleen McColgan will read the recommended charge-off from the report. There will be an opportunity for panel members to ask questions. Departmental staff answering questions should identify themselves before responding. A vote will be called, and panel members should respond with yay, nay, or abstain. Kathleen, would you begin with reading the first charge-off?
Yes. Okay. The first charge-off is for real estate taxes. These accounts represent real estate tax for the city and the school district. The total proposed charge-off amount for tax year 2012 represents $11,964,882, which represents receivables aged in the past 10 years. Tax rates for 2012 were 4.123% city and 5.309% school district. Distribution was 43.71% city and 56.29% school district. The proposed charge-offs are $5,229,850 for the city portion and $6,735,032 for the school district portion.
Thank you. Are there any questions regarding the charge off for real estate taxes? Okay, if no questions, we'll take a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any against? Any abstain?
The controller abstains.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, the next write-off is for self-assessed city and school taxes. These accounts represent taxes reported by the taxpayer. The charge-off amount represents fiscal year 2016, which represents receivables aged in the past 6 years. The proposed charge-off is $27,189,225. The total proposed charge-off is comprised of $22,282,908 in self-assessed taxes receivable and $4,906,317 in school district taxes receivable.
Thank you. Are there any questions on the city and school tax charge off?
I have a question. The self-assessed taxes receivable is significantly less than it was last year for the charge off. Is this more in line, or was last year twice as much?
I can respond to that, Commissioner. In 2016, which is the year of the write-off, Revenue implemented a new data warehouse. While the department worked on the design and implementation of this large project, there was a decrease in tax discovery and audit assessments, which reduced the receivables in that year.
Okay, thank you.
And we'll take a vote on that. All those in favor of the self-assessed city and school tax write-off?
Aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstaining?
The controller abstains.
The charge off is approved.
The next charge off is for the Office of Administrative Review. Alarms. These accounts represent fines for false alarm activations exceeding the 2 false alarms per registration year. The charge off represents additional receivables aged past 36 months. The proposed charge off is $775,000, $775 and $900. Sweeps. These accounts represent fines issued for infractions of the Philadelphia Code that covers personal conduct. For example, smoking on public transit, or minor property owner violations like high weeds, failure to recycle, and litter. The charge-off represents additional receivables aged past 36 months. The proposed charge-off is $5,208,909. Burglar alarm registration fees. These accounts represent annual charges for burglar alarm systems. The charge-off represents additional receivables aged past 36 months. The proposed charge-off is $434,195.
Thank you. Any questions on the charge offs for the Office of Administrative Review? If none, we'll take a vote. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstain?
The controller abstains.
Right. The charge off is approved. Next.
The next charge off is for fire department and emergency medical services. These amounts represent charges to individuals who were provided with emergency medical services by emergency medical personnel. The total charge off amount of $150,168,074 represents $35,587 in closed accounts, $36,519,081 for bad debt aged agency receivables for fiscal year 22, and $113,613,406 for actual insurance adjustments.
Any questions on the fire department charge off?
Could I get a little bit more of an explanation on the actual insurance adjustments and what that represents?
I think I can respond to that and then also give anyone attending for fire and EMS to follow up with anything I left out. But my understanding is that that amount represents the difference between the amount that's billed and payments that are received from insurance companies. Is there anyone from fire and EMS who would like to respond to that or add anything additional?
Hi, this is Marguerite. I could respond with additional information. As usual, this is standard procedures where you go to the emergency ward. The emergency will charge you, example, say $5,000, but Medicare and Medicaid will only gonna pay $4,000, and that difference we writing off. This is standard procedure that we do every year.
Thank you.
Mhm.
We'll take a vote on that. All those in favor of the charge off for the fire department EMS charges?
Aye.
Aye.
Any against? And abstaining?
The controller abstains.
Thank you.
Okay, the next charge off is license and inspections. Clean and seal. These accounts represent claims for expenditures by the city for cleaning and sealing condemned properties for protection of public health and safety. These accounts have liens imposed upon them. The charge off amount represents fiscal year 2021. The proposed charge off is $433,676. Community Life Improvement Program. These accounts represent claims for expenditures by the city relating to the Community of Life Improvement Program. The work is done only after the property owner has refused to correct the problem. These accounts have liens imposed upon them. The charge-off amount represents fiscal year 2021. The proposed charge-off is $958,745. Other nuisance liens. These accounts represent claims for the expenditures by the city regarding demolition, site improvement, sealing, stucco, and asbestos work. These accounts have liens imposed upon them. The charge-off amount represents fiscal year 2021. The proposed charge-off is $4,490,888.
Thank you. Any questions regarding license and inspection charge-offs?
No.
All right, we'll take a vote. All those in favor of the charge-off? Aye.
Aye.
Any against? And abstaining?
The controller abstains.
Thank you.
The next charge-off is for solid resource fee. These accounts represent charges on any commercial establishment or multi-unit property receiving city collection of rubbish and recycling materials. The charge-off amount represents receivables aged past 6 years, which relates to fiscal year 2016. The proposed charge-off is $3,393,608.
Any questions for the solid resource fee charge-off? No. Not, we'll take a vote. All those in favor of the charge-off? Aye.
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 Any against? Abstaining?
The controllers abstain.
The charge-off is approved.
Okay, the next charge-off is for police overtime. These accounts represent charges to outside organizations for work performed by the police department. The charge-off amount represents fiscal year 2016. The proposed charge-off is $46,565.
Any questions with the police overtime charge-off?
No.
Not, we'll take a vote. All those in favor of the charge-off? Aye.
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 Any against? Abstaining?
The controller abstains.
Okay, the charge-off is approved.
Next charge-off is from Register of Wills. These accounts represent probate fees based on estimates of decedent's assets. When the true value of the assets is finally determined, the probate fees are adjusted. The proposed charge-off is $8,302.
Any questions for the Register of Wills charge-off? If not, we'll take a vote. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Any against? Abstaining?
The controller abstains.
The charge-off is approved.
The next charge-off is for courts, First Judicial District of PA, Clerk of Courts. These accounts represent fines and other charges collected by the courts of the First Judicial District, excluding traffic court, that are due to the city. The total write-off of $1,813,568 represents the total fiscal year 2022.
Any questions?
No.
Not, we'll take a vote. All those in favor of the charge-off?
Aye.
Aye.
Any against? Abstaining?
The controller abstains.
The charge-off is approved.
The next charge-off is for Philadelphia Traffic Court. These accounts represent fines and other charges collected by the Philadelphia Traffic Court that are due to the city. The proposed charge-off for fiscal year 2022 is $3,130.
Any questions?
No.
If not, we'll take a vote in favor of approving the charge-off. Aye.
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 Any against? Abstaining?
The controller's office abstains.
The charge-off is approved.
The next charge-off is for the Aviation Fund. These accounts represent receivables from marginal carriers that no longer use the airport's facilities or are out of business. The total proposed charge-off for fiscal year 2022 is $2,017.
Any questions? If not, in favor of the Aviation Fund charge-off? Aye.
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 Any against? Abstaining?
The controller's office abstains.
The charge-off is approved.
Next charge-off is for the Riverview Nursing Home. These accounts represent per diem costs that exceed residents' income, Social Security, and Medicaid reimbursements. Riverview is barred by state regulation from charging Social Security recipients more than their actual income. The charge-off amount represents fiscal year 2022. The proposed charge-off is $2,587,845.
Any questions? If not, we'll vote on approving the charge-off. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Against? Abstaining?
The controller's office abstains.
The charge-off is approved.
The next charge-off is for the Hotel Rental Tax Fund. These accounts represent the hotel tax on short-term rentals. The charge-off amount represents fiscal year 2016. The proposed charge-off is $33,610.
Any questions? If not, we'll take a vote. Those in favor of approving the charge-off? Aye.
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 Against? Abstaining?
The controller's office abstains.
The charge-off is approved.
The next charge-off is for Vehicle Rental Tax Fund. These accounts represent the vehicle rental tax on vehicle rentals. The charge-off amount represents fiscal year 2016. The proposed charge-off is $76.
Any questions? All those in favor of the Vehicle Rental Tax Fund charge-off? Aye.
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 Any against? Abstaining?
The controller's office abstains.
The charge-off is approved.
The final write-off is for the Water Fund. The Water Fund submits the following categories of delinquent and uncollectible Water Fund accounts receivable, herein totaling $9,392,989. to the accounts receivable panel for exclusion from water fund statements. The total includes $1,982,335 for pre-petition bankruptcy balances, $4,134 in low-income arrearages, and $7,406,520 in delinquent accounts over 1 year old.
Any questions on the water fund charge off?
Yes. For delinquent accounts over 1 year old, it's significantly less than last year, less than half. I'm just wondering why.
I can
Last
respond
year
to
it was
that.
like 17. Okay.
In FY22, the department received $6 million in state grants, LIWOP grants on behalf of customers, which lowered the overall receivable. Top principal forgiveness in the amount of almost $12 million was also applied in fiscal year 22 for the first time. Principal forgiveness is now processed throughout the fiscal year.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, all those in favor of the water fund charge off? Aye.
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 Any against? Abstaining?
The Controller's Office abstains.
Thank you. The charge off is approved. Kathleen, was that the final charge off?
Yes, it was, Commissioner.
All right, well, I think that concludes today's business, unless anyone has anything else or any questions. And if not, I thank everyone for their attendance, and the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everyone.
You too.
Bye now.
Thank
Bye.
you.